what do you feel were the exact line of events which has made the government come to this decision? And what's your feelings? Is this how do you think maybe the Muslim community is going to react to this decision?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Let me give you a straight answer. People are asking me, why didn't you ban it earlier? Now, that's one point of view. The other say, why did you ban it? Ma'am, there's an expression in English, give him enough, a rope long enough to hang himself with. So we observe what they are doing. And now with the digital kind of structure that we have in the country, it's very easy for me to find out. Everybody has an Aadhaar card, etc. Bank accounts are online. We know everything now. So when we got some information from our friends in India and overseas that these fellows were up to no good and that they were doing funny things here, and they are particularly Muslim chaps. So we decided to investigate. And when we investigated, our National Investigation Agency, which is the best in the universe, they said, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that is going on. And so we raided these guys. When exposed, they became angry. So we said, look, you have a problem. Why don't you defend yourselves in court? You don't take to the streets. We didn't go to this. We didn't beat you up. We just arrested you. And normally what we do is we get a fellow, and I've done this in the course of my career. I will not take names. But I've done this where I've gone to a fellow and said, you know, how nice to see you again after a very long time. And we are looking into this whole issue of black money, and people are hiding it in Switzerland, etc. And I'm quite sure, sir, that you know, you must have been very clean, etc. when you were in a position of authority. He's someone I had known, and he was very fond of me. So he said, yes, Deepak, of course, you know me, I'm very clean. I said, and then there's something, you know, something that is bothering me, because we've just received this list and your name figures prominently in it as someone who has an account illegally in another country. And then this guy, I just saw the blood drain from his face, and he said, how do you know? I said, I'm not going to answer that, but I just told you that I have a list. Would you like to see it? It has your name. And then he said, what are you going to do about it? I said, I just asked you a question. Is this your money? What we're going to do about it, the government will decide. And that, of course, then was the end of the conversation. Now, importantly, we know exactly what these guys are up to. So about the Popular Front of India, we knew they were up to no good. What do they hope to achieve? We are an inclusive society. Take a look at the northeast of India. I've been there several times. I go there every year. But almost from the time of independence, we had insurgencies raging across 3, 4, 5 states in the northeast. Today, it's the most peaceful part of the country. This is the strength of Mother India, the inclusivity. Listen, you have a problem? Come on, sit down across the table. And I've seen this when we were doing the agreement with the Sikhs over, we called it the Longowal Rajiv Gandhi Accord. So they all came and we were all there, and we asked our Sikh friends, how many things do you want? They said, we want these 7 things. We said, all right, we give you these 7, plus we'll give you 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. How about that? And then they looked at each other and they said, Bole, Soneal, the agreement was signed. Now, this is what a mother does. Mother is indulgent towards her children, but when they're naughty, she admonishes them. So we told these guys, sit down, and initially they were being very tough. They had political support, etc. And then we have this neighboring country, I forget the name, that keeps fighting with us. So they were getting support from them. And finally, when we realized that we had a watertight case, we swung into action. Hundreds of them were arrested. And then others started demonstrating. So we told the demonstrators that, are you aware of what has been happening and how you're being exploited and misled? Many of them, and I know this for a fact, said, no. What evidence do you have? We said, do you want to see some of it? They said, yes. And let me assure you what I was told. When several dozen of them were shown the evidence, they said, oh, they never told us this. We said, nobody's going to tell you that he's up to no good. They were using you as cannon fodder, as guinea pigs, and you fell into the trap. So therefore, those who think that we are targeting the Muslim community, absolutely not. We'll target anybody. I mean, amongst the people that our enforcement agencies and the Central Bureau of Investigation has been reading, there are far more Hindus than there are Muslims or Sikhs. So it's not a religiously oriented process to investigate those who violate our laws. It doesn't matter. The law is religion blind, at least in India.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we are doing. And if people are getting excited about this, good luck. In a few weeks, they'll simmer down. There was so much of excitement about the Citizenship Amendment Act. These guys were responsible for all the demonstrations and for all the destruction of public property. So now we ask them, who's going to pay for that? When we show them their videos and say, this is, again, I keep repeating, ma'am, this is the digital age, the age of the social media. A fellow comes on the social media and sends it to his chaps and saying, look, I did this and I did that. Doesn't realize that will come back to haunt him, which is happening now. He says, no, I never said this. We said, well, here's your video. What do you want to say about it? Oh, I may have said it in a moment of whatever. So did you say it or did you not say it? And the guy turns, yeah, but I didn't mean it. We said, well, happy birthday. Now that we've nabbed you, you didn't mean it. But all this while, you didn't tell anybody that you didn't mean it. So one has to be so careful. And we were able to get these guys. They were up to no good. They were challenging the integrity of India. Some of them even thought they would Islamize all of India. Well, your religion to you, mine to mine. We are very happy the way we are as a secular democratic nation. And now that they've been exposed, you can expect a few more. I remember when there used to be some Kashmiri fellow, we nabbed him and we shot him actually in an encounter, and some others were nabbed. And then our friends from across the border would say, oh, these are freedom fighters and martyrs. Even that chap who destroyed the Twin Towers, that son of Laden fellow, some Bin Laden character, they described him as a martyr. And the Americans didn't like it at all. So these fellows have totally lost it. And that is the reality of the Popular Front and the action we are taking. Ma'am, you challenge the integrity, safety of our people, the integrity of our country and the safety of our people. We will neither forgive nor forget. And I tell many of these people whom I come into contact with, irrespective of their religion, ask whichever God you believe in to forgive you, because India won't. India will not forgive you.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.